People heading home from ski areas may get stuck. A winter storm slammed Reno and Lake Tahoe. It's causing whiteout conditions. A 70-mile stretch of Interstate 80 is shut down with no estimated time for reopening. The weather system has dropped at least 2 feet of snow on ski resorts around the Lake Tahoe area. And the storm caused rock slides on Highway 1 in Monterey County. Pictures from Caltransportation show rocks on the highway south of Gorda and north of San Luis Obispo Monterey County line. Highway 1 was reopened between Ragged Point and south of Big Sur very early this morning. Time now to check in with Sean Quinn. You've had more than enough to keep your eyes on.
And that is obviously an area that's always very nervous with sustained heavy rain. So let's go ahead and keep our fingers crossed that maybe the rain continues to keep coming in the manner that we see, which is we get some good hits of it, then it backs off enough. So maybe that's the best of both worlds. And there's the pickle tree and, of course, current conditions. Wow, look at that, 45 degrees. That's close to our normal low for the overnight, and I guarantee we're going to probably go below that just enough that it will definitely be very chilly for Monday. And speaking of chilly or maybe not so chilly, look at the west. Look at Billings, Montana, 1 degree, even out toward our normally balmy Pacific coast. And then look at this bubble of warmth right in the middle of the country. Of course, that can also lead to some big problems as we look at the satellite. That's where you get your storm line right along that edge because there's still some cold air to the north. And again, we're watching this closely because, you know, that's the perfect ingredients to get more severe weather across the area. Now for us, our satellite, or I should say our radar, is showing a lot of activity around the Bay Area, getting ready to move into Monterey County, down into Central California as we head into the overnight hours. So watches and warnings right now. Winter storm warning for areas above about 3,000 to 4,000 feet. Real hard accumulations will occur probably about 5,000 feet and up as far as anything above maybe just a few flakes and inches. Of course, we got to watch right over here. That's the grapevine. When it goes out, which is about 4,500 feet, so if they do get enough snow on there, it closes. We know that our 101 can get really, really busy, and that would be for tomorrow through Tuesday, but perhaps coming back again by the middle of the week. And there are the rain totals over the last 24 hours. Again, we had that event. But look at Goleta's rain totals. Not overly impressive, but it was more the manner that it came pretty quick, and just about all of California getting much needed rainfall, and of course the Sierra getting some much needed snowfall. And there are the temperatures. Again, not balmy by any stretch of the imagination. Look at all the 50s there. It's rare that we keep it only in the 50s in this part of the world, and we've been doing this quite a bit. December really has rocked out for a winter month for us, and look at all those 40s right now, even some low 40s popping up. Wind is fairly light across the board. Looks like Gaviota, you're getting a tad bit of a gust now, or at least sustained winds around 15 miles an hour, Ojai at 12. And that's a chilly northerly flowing wind, a little bit of a west in it, so there's the moisture value starting to pump up across the area. Could we see a little bit of fog? Possibly. We'll have to watch that, but otherwise it will probably be cleared out by this, which is our satellite showing the rain beginning to move in through the Bay Area. They're getting more, the Sierra getting more snow. Outstanding news there, and it will start to slowly knock on the door of our northern portions of San Luis Obispo as we head into the late night hours. I'll go ahead and stop the future cast very early in the morning in our northern areas, and then it starts to slowly fill in for the morning and into about the afternoon tomorrow, and then watch how fast it clears out behind us, and we pretty much clear things out. But then we start to see Tuesday, not too bad, cool for sure, maybe some little bit of fog here and there, and then look at that southerly flow ahead of the next hit of rain, which is on Wednesday. And this one we have to watch closely because right here yesterday the models were showing some yellows or more intense rainfall right about there on the color code. So we'll need to keep an eye on that, and there's that little yellow, but it looks like it might shift a little farther south. Now, of course, with the models kind of bouncing around, we're going to have to keep an eye on things. So let's go ahead and look at future rainfall over the next few days. And boy, again, we rack up some totals. Not bad at all. I like that. We go from maybe up into the multiple inch range. This was the interesting part. Yesterday, we saw that yellow right over Ventura, back up into Santa Barbara, the south coast, down into the mountains of, say, the Topas. Now it looks like the computer says this might go more towards Southern California. So that means we have to keep a real close eye on it. Wind will also be out of the west mostly, and then it'll go northwest, southwest, depending on what part of the storm you're on. If you're on the back side of it, it will be more northerly. If you're ahead of it, you'll get more of a southerly southerly flow. So either way, expect some gusty conditions the next few days. And of course this, bathing suit weather, not anytime soon, as we only see 50s, quickly dropping to 40s and 30s as we head into the overnights. That's why the snow levels will be kind of bouncing around in the 3,000 to 4,000 foot range. And we just don't see that changing quite yet. Even through the weekend, those first few days of our New Year's 2022, we don't expect to be very warm, even though we do expect to be dry. So there's your south coast highs heading up through the Gaviota Pass and up into the San Ynez range area. We should say 30s and 40s for the mornings, turning only into the low to mid 50s. Same story as you head up into San Luis Obispo County, and as you head down into Ventura County, expect the rain to be a little bit later and clearing, so more toward the afternoon. And look at all those 50s after only being in the 40s. Surf will be bumpy out there. We do have a lot of boating issues once you get outside of those safe harbors, and surf will be mostly ground swell and some wind swell mix. And there's your forecast, and boy, another week where we put a lot of rain showers. We're going to have to watch closely the Wednesday, Thursday situation, especially for our southern areas where we'll have to wait and see if we do get more moderate to heavy rain. Right now it looks like it'll just be a decent rain for just about everybody. So Tracy, I send it back to you, and it looks like once we go to 2022, we see perhaps a little drying trend.
All right, thank you so much. Coming up, a maximum enforcement reminder. That's still ahead on your local news channel. Plus, we'll be looking at some of the numbers when it comes to basketball.